Phil Tompson. Possibly a similar issue.
Very much, but a slightly different tack. Good morning, I'm Phil Tompson. I've lived in the area for nigh on 40 years, seen it in a variety of different habitats, flood, snow, the whole shooting box. I've been flooded out in a caravan on my front yard just recently, 5th of March. However, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about a fix. As it stands at the moment, the option, I'm referring to the map that was up the area. You're familiar with the area? Mm-hmm. Page 196, area 7. I've gone through, since I'm a retired engineer, having taught at Polytech, etc., I do have a few clues. I'm not an expert. I say that very quickly on that. However, I've been teaching physical stuff, engineering of various types for the last 38 odd years. I've gone through and measured the cross-sectional area of the Stapletons Road culvert, the Churchill complex, all up through that area of the St Albans Creek, and I find that it is seriously deficient in the area between Stapletons Road and Slater Street. This was identified, I believe, by Jacobs in the first and second option. It was marked as that area from Slater Street through to Stapletons Road. It was estimated that, excuse me, change eyes, there would need to be 6,000 metres plus cubic metres of soil removed, which amounts to 11,000 tonnes in that area. Now, this is a serious constraint on the plug hole of this whole area. If the water can't get away into the Dudley Creek, then it's going to back up. That is a basic physical tenet. This area has got waterways, I measured them this morning, 1 metre wide, to pass how many cubic metres of water? It's ridiculous. Jacobs, in a list issued by the council, have given those figures, 6,000 cubic metres and 11,000 tonnes of stuff to come out of just that area from Slater through to Stapletons Road. Now, if you pull a plug out there, it has a gradient of about 0.8 of a metre. Now, that's quite a fair bit of fall, considering the rest of it's pretty well flat. Anything coming down there on the flat is going to be backing up if you don't let it get away. About 200 metres back from Stapletons Road in the Churchill complex, which has plenty of room for widening out without interfering with properties on Dudley Street, because I believe the Churchill complex is only on hire to the firm that's using it. So there's no reason why you can't remove 11,000 tonnes, it wouldn't be that much, I'm pretty sure of it, to take away the backlog. Every time this area floods, it's just like a lake. There is no falling off, there's no water running away. So the suggestions I would make, I do have, by the way, the areas. The suggestions I make, number one, the gradient is slight prior to the Churchill complex. 2, the last 200 metres has a good gradient to take the water away. It has heaps of restrictions, tree trunks fallen over and all, and it hasn't been maintained. It is sadly lacking in maintenance and repair. I've had discussions with the people involved, and quite frankly, I'm close on getting frustrated and giving up. On page 189, 711 and 712, the cost of this whole episode, and I do see that I'm running over time, please. I've only got 2 more points.
Please.
The cost of this is going to mean flogging off some other projects under 711 and 712 on page 189. Since Geraldine Street is half the size, almost, of the Slater Street and Hills Road, if we can get rid of the tail end at Stapletons Road, Hills Road and Slater Street will handle it, if we can get the water away. Prior to that, you've got Geraldine Street at half the size, and the water is choking up there even with minimal grade. The water is choking up there, running across the road, running down the road and entering a private driveway and flooding out there, trying to get back to the St Albans stream. Now, this is also carrying other human wastewater. If we can keep the levels down, that level of other wastewater will be out. So I suggest, since Geraldine Street is roughly half the volume of the other 2, leave the other 2 alone. Fix the Geraldine one, because that'll solve a lot more problems in that area. Fix the Stapletons Road or Churchill Complex area. That's to reprofile it, put it down a little bit instead of having an elbow about 200 metres. Spread the grade down and that'll take the water away. It's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a lot less invasive. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me go over time.
No, thank you, and we'll certainly ask the engineers some questions when we get to the paper tomorrow. Did you make a written submission?
I made a written submission to this, yes. Sorry?
You did. So there is...
there is a written submission of mine in here, yes, but it was not quite to the same as this, because since then I've gone down that length by foot during an event, right, and seen where it's hanging out. I've taken extra photos. They're available if you wish. Could
we get a copy of that and we'll circulate it to councillors, if that's all right?
Yes, certainly. Yep. Of my submission here?
Yep. Yep.
I'll write one out and... Sorry, this was not a written...
Yeah, no, that's fine. If you could do that, but like today.
I shall do that
that's
immediately.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you, councillors.
Thank you.
If there are any questions, the council has my address and details.
Thank you.
Pardon me, yes.
Your submission would have been in under Stapletons?
Sorry?
Would your submission be put in under Stapletons Road?
No, it's under, I believe it's under section 7, St Albans, between Hills and Slater.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Look, thank you
very much.
Much appreciated.